Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. This would be my review of the niacinamides from Minimalist. I will be reviewing both the 5% niacinamide and the 10% niacinamide from Minimalist. So stay tuned till the end to know everything that you need to know about these two products and what are the basic differences. So if you are new to my channel, hi, I'm MAITRAYEE Halder. I do post a lot of skincare videos such as this one, mixed with a couple of contents that I really like. So if you are into that genre, then do consider subscribing and hitting on that bell notification to get notified every time I upload. Also, do not forget to follow me in my social media accounts where I'm most active and you get to be a part of what goes into my videos, especially my Instagram. Also do a couple of live sessions to answer back to all of your skincare concerns. The link to all of them would be in the bottom part of the description box. So without any further ado, let's just get ahead with today's video, which is the comparison and review of the both niacinamide from Minimalist. Now just for a quick brand summary, Minimalist or Be Minimalist is an Indian brand which recently launched in India about like 4 to 6 months ago, and this brand is completely fragrance and essential oil free, colorants free, paraben free and silicone free. Coming to the claims of the product, the 5% niacinamide claims to be a nourishing and hydrating daily serum that repairs and soothes sensitive skin. It is ideal for dry, sensitive, and to those people whose skin is not really good with the counterpart, that is the niacinamide 10%. Coming to the claims of the niacinamide 10%, however, it claims to be a nourishing vitamin B3 serum, and vitamin B3 is niacinamide with antimicrobial zinc that boosts your dermal immunity, keeping your skin resistant and healthy. Now coming on to the main juice of any of my reviews, which is the ingredient list. Now ingredient list of both of this product is identical. So both of them has a base of aloe vera juice, and Minimalist is known to be a brand of using aloe vera juice instead of water. Aloe vera is an amazing humectant. It's a natural humectant. It contains a lot of antimicrobial, healing and soothing properties, and this is one of the reasons that I really like this brand. The second ingredient of both of this is the star ingredient, that is niacinamide. The 5% one contains 5% niacinamide and the 10% one contains 10% niacinamide. Niacinamide, also called as niacin, nicotinamide and also vitamin B3. I have gone into much more detail about niacinamide, what are the properties, what are the benefits of niacinamide. You can check it in the bottom box below. In that video, I have also went in quite a detail about how you should use niacinamide with vitamin C. Niacinamide is one of my favorite ingredients and it is known to improve your skin barrier. It is known to be great for acne scars, for active acne and all of the other hyperpigmentation problems, or even some of the skin soothing properties. Niacinamide has answers to all of them. The third ingredient of both of this is dimethyl isosorbate. Now this particular ingredient has been scrutinized by a lot of different beauty creators. This particular ingredient is a solvent ingredient, meaning it is a helper or a delivery agent that delivers the particular active into the formulation much more better in your skin. This ingredient doesn't have any kind of allergy issues in the right amount, and you should not be concerned about this ingredient whatsoever. Now for a fun fact, this particular ingredient is used in a lot of benzoyl peroxide products because it is kind of a delivery agent and works really great with benzoyl peroxide by limiting the particle size to better target the pores and kill those P. acnes. The fourth ingredient of both of these products is propanediol. Now propanediol is again bashed by a lot of different beauty creators. You need to understand a difference. Now propanediol is also called as propylene glycol, and propylene glycol has a really bad rep of being a cause of contact dermatitis, but propanediol on the other hand is being much more safer because it is a natural alternative to propylene glycol. It is extracted from corn sugar. It is not only an emollient, it is also a humectant and also a solvent. The reason why people are really scared about propanediol is because of its similarity to propylene glycol. Now there is a basic difference between propanediol and propylene glycol. In the most scientific way, propanediol in its natural form is called 1,3-propanediol and the propylene glycol is called as 1,2-propanediol. So if your product says only propanediol, highest chances are it is a natural derivative. And if it says something like 1,2-propanediol, it is propylene glycol. So do not be concerned about this particular ingredient and read the ingredient list label correctly. The fifth ingredient of both of this is again a solvent, and that is ethoxydiglycol. Now the next ingredient of these two products is different. Now this particular product of niacinamide 5% contains 1% hyaluronic acid, and this is the next ingredient of this particular product. And as for the niacinamide 10%, it contains zinc as the sixth ingredient. Hyaluronic acid is an humectant, while zinc TCA is not only a great sebum controller, but it is also known for its amazing antimicrobial properties. Now it doesn't state the zinc percentage. I am guessing about like less than 1%, but I would be really happy if they mention the correct percentage of the zinc added to the product. Now the next 7 ingredients are all either preservatives or chelting agents, but the only extra chelting agent or an extra ingredient that this niacinamide 5% has is called trisodium ethyldimene disuccinate. Now this is a chelting agent, meaning it neutralizes the metal ions in the product for the overall longevity of a particular product. Now the 10% niacinamide has in total 13 ingredients, and the 5% niacinamide has just one ingredient extra, so 14 ingredients. The pH of both of them is 5.5 to 6.5. Now coming on to a couple of product specifications, starting with the texture. Now the texture of both of this product is quite different. Coming on to niacinamide 5%, this one is a little bit slimy and has a thicker consistency, while the niacinamide 10% is more of a watery consistency. But both of them absorbs really nicely. The 5% one does require a little bit of time to actually get absorbed pretty well, but the 10% one absorbs right away. Neither of them doesn't give you any kind of sticky or heavy feeling, so you should not be concerned about that. Coming to the packaging, both of them comes in a similar packaging of being in a transparent glass dropper bottle. Coming to the price range, both of them again retails for the same price, that is $5.95 to $5.99 for 30 ml of product, which is again pretty affordable. Now coming on to the potency, it is really a no-brainer because both of them are different in terms of the potency of niacinamide as well as the helper ingredient. Now the niacinamide 5% contains 5% of niacinamide including hyaluronic acid, which is a humectant, and the 10% one is the upgraded version of the 5% niacinamide, as it contains 10% and it is really potent, and it also does contain zinc as an additional ingredient. While both of them can be used perfectly by a beginner, some people are more allergic or are not suited to 10% at first, so for them 5% is a really great option, while 10% deals really great in terms of acne scars and active acne and will give you a much more visible difference compared to 5% one, which is really beginner friendly, and to me it's kind of a maintenance based serum which I use pretty much every single day to maintain my healthy skin barrier. Following it up with the application part, now both of them are serums, so you should use this after your cleansing or toning and before you moisturize or SPF or sleeping mask. So people who are beginner and their skin is really resilient can pretty much go straight ahead with 10% niacinamide. But the people who are much more sensitive and their skin is not really great with 10% niacinamide, do not fear this ingredient. Go with the 5% one and your skin will thank you. Now as the 5% one contains hyaluronic acid, you should apply it on a damp skin. As for the 10% one, it doesn't contain any form of humectant, and niacinamide does containing a little bit of humectant power. You may or may not apply it on a damp skin, but I will always suggest to apply any kind of active apart from those low pH active. You should apply pretty much any kind of humectant based product on a damp skin, so it's your choice. Whatever you want to do, just make sure your skin is not completely dried out before you apply the serums. Now if you are a beginner who have already purchased the serum, not really going great with the 10% one, what you can do is use this product as a spot corrector on your active acne or on your acne scars or your pigmented areas. This 10% one would really do a great job in dealing with all those problems. Coming on to my thoughts, I really like both of them. This 5% one is my favorite because 10% one is something that I do not use on a regular basis, as 5% one is really great and also kind of a maintenance thing for me, so I pretty much like the 5% one over the 10% one, but I do really use the 10% one as some kind of spot correction on those minor acne scars. Now this 5% one, I'm using it for about like a month, and this 10% one I am using for like 3 weeks or even 2 weeks. For both of them, I did not see any kind of visible result in terms of acne scars fading, but it is niacinamide. We do need a lot of time for niacinamide to actually work, but if you apply either of them, the first thing that you will see that your acne are fading fading much more quicker because it is one of the best properties that niacinamide has of being an amazing skin soother and healer for your skin barrier. Now coming on to pros and cons, I do not have any cons about either of them, but I do have some points which can be called a pros or a summarized comparison. Both of them contains great ingredient list, so you should not be scared because first of all, it is color and silicone, fragrance and essential oil free. It also contains very decent preservatives and also very decent solvents. Both of them are really affordable and accessible, especially in India. Both of them does a great job of controlling your sebum production as well as taking care of those acne and those blemishes or a little bit of rashes that you might have on your skin. Because both of them are niacinamide serums, this will give you all the amazing properties of niacinamide. If you want to know what those are, you can check my actives and skincare playlist. And lastly, this particular brand does gives you an option of choosing either the 5% or the 10% according to your skin needs, which I really appreciate. And the 5% one being my personal favorite, and 10% one is something that if you really like the ordinary 10%, this really compares well to that. Now before going on with my verdict, I really want to compare this one with the ordinary one because ordinary 10% was also my favorite spot corrector and also as an alternate day serum. Now ordinary 10% I have used bottles of those. I think I have used 4 bottles of ordinary. But the problem of ordinary is that it really foams up, and this particular phenomena is faced by a lot of different people. Now the foaming in the ordinary is caused by this particular ingredient called the isosat 20. Now this particular ingredient is added to a product for the solvent part. When you do apply it on a damp skin and you rub that product, the ingredient itself acts as a surfactant and it creates those foams. So for a visual perspective and also an overall application perspective, ordinary one is not really everybody's cup of tea. So compared to that, minimalist 10% doesn't contain that ingredient, so it's pretty much basically the same minus all the foaming and apart from mentioning the percentage of zinc. Coming on to the 5% niacinamide, however, this is a personal question, but many of you guys asked me for a comparison between the Via Natural one and this minimalist 5% one. I would choose both of them because first of all, Via Natural one has a really nice watery consistency that I really adore, but this is something that I really like for my wintry days. So Via Natural is something that I will choose on the summer days, and the 5% from minimalist is something that I will choose on the winter days. But I like both of them, so you can pretty much choose any of them, which one is cheaper in Amazon. So lastly, coming on to my actual verdict, I like both of them. I will repurchase this 5% one again. As for the 10%, I am yet to finish even the half of it, so it will last me for about like 5 months or so. Both of them has an amazing ingredient list. Minimalist does gives you an option to choose either the 5% or the 10%, so if your skin is not good with the 10%, you can buy the 5% and can get benefit of the niacinamide. So that would be the end of my video. You guys really liked my alpha arbutin versus kojic acid video, so I decided to make this video so you get a lot of information regarding these two popular products and you can choose accordingly. So let me know how you think about this video. Like this video if you like my content. Comment down below if your skin goes really well with 10% or your skin doesn't really takes 10%. Give me all of the info, and if you have any other questions regarding this video, you can chuck it in the bottom box below. Share this video to any of your friends who are confused about what to buy, either the 10% or the 5%. And lastly, subscribe to my channel, hit on that bell notification, and I will see you in tomorrow's video, which is a little bit of a different video that I will do. So bye bye and take care.